What's going on, Raiders? Duelim here, and today we're going to be talking about the unlock for Packmaster Shrek. That's right, Packmaster Shrek, the companion champion for the fusion that is running right now, Crocad. There is a way to unlock him. There's also a way to get a 5 split soul for the fusion Crocad. So if you're ready for all this information, let's get into it. But first, make sure you're clicking that download link or scanning the QR code to get Karato Fox Hunter. The second you start the game, an amazing legendary nuker. At level 10, you're going to be getting Tagore, an amazing epic support character. At level 20, you're going to be getting Fane, who's got some incredible turn meter steal, as well as some pretty crazy damage. And then at level 30, you're going to be getting Vergus, who's a defense-based champion, to help keep your other characters alive. And then, this is super important, day number 1 within the first 24 hours of making your Raid Shadow Legends account, type in promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong, one of the best free legendaries they have ever given. And if you're on iOS, make sure you're clicking a different link in the description to type in any promo code. All right, so going over here on the left-hand side, we're going to go to news. We've got the ORCS path, and this is going to be the way to unlock Packmaster Shrek without having to just get lucky on a shard if you did not unlock him last year, when I think it was a fusion as well if you didn't play the game, whatever it was. So this special event will task you with completing event objectives to earn hunting coins, which you'll then use to explore branching reward paths and unlock goodies. For this event, the objectives will be the following: summon champions and get artifacts and accessories. So you can get a Packmaster Shrek unlock, and you can get a 5 perfect soul for the legendary orc Crocad, the Throat Ripper. So this would be pretty much your best way of unlocking Packmaster if you don't have him and you did go for the Crocad fusion, because if not, you're going to have to get really lucky on a shard or something like that. But let me tell you, it's not going to be cheap, and you see the offers already coming up for Sacred Shards because you're going to need a bunch of them. So the ORCS path here, there's going to be 2 inputs. So it's get artifacts and accessories, or summoning champions from shards. Now, the good thing is it is just summoning champions from shards. It's not going to be where you have to get like a legendary for extra points and stuff like that, or like if you get an epic you get less points. It's actually better because it's just opening up a specific shard. So we have the points here: mystery shard at 3, ancient shard at 300, void shard at 750, primal shard at 1800, which is normally the best rate, and then sacred shards at 4500. You can also farm a bunch of artifacts and accessories as well if you're able to do that. Maybe doing some spider hard, whatever it might be, but that's going to be a lot of energy that I know a lot of people do not have right now. So when it comes to the sacred shards, primal shards, all that kind of stuff, right? This is not going to be cheap. So you see the 2 paths here. There's actually 3 paths, but we're going to ignore the one in the middle because that's just going to be for an Immortal Soul Stone and a Mythical Skill Tome, but that's going to be kind of bonus stuff. So we have the path on the left here and the path on the right. The good news is they are the exact same price all the way down. So they mirror each other, except for the bottom. So on the bottom left here, you do have Packmaster Shrek, who is the companion champion for Crocad. He is the legendary. He is 60,000 of these coins. And then going here on the right-hand side for this split, the perfect soul is going to be 5 red for the perfect soul for Crocad. So I do kind of like this because you can choose which one you want, right? So I know a lot of people that did the fusion last year can just go for the 5 red here, get the perfect soul, get him up and rolling. I think that's pretty awesome. For people that don't have Packmaster Shrek, like myself, if I was going for the fusion, I could absolutely unlock him here and get him going. Now, if you're an unfortunate soul who needs both and you're trying to do both, that is definitely going to cost you. So the path on the left here to unlock Packmaster Shrek is at 76,500, and then the one on the left is 66,500. So the path on the left will cost you 17 sacred shards, and that is no easy feat at all. That is a lot of sacred shards. You see right now, I even only have 12 right now, and I have been saving for a while, and I only opened up an opening that I did that's I think releasing tomorrow actually, so be on the lookout for that. I did a Sacred Shard opening for that extra pulls for the event that was happening on Tuesday. So yeah, I did that, but I only have 12 right now, and I haven't even gone for the fusion. So I know some people are a lot lower on Sacred Shards, and that's going to make you look over here in the shop looking for some Sacred Shards. Remember, Sacreds are about 20 bucks a pop is the general basis for Sacred, so make sure you are keeping an eye out on that and using the Hell Hades website to be able to see what is going to be the best price for you and what's going to make the most sense. You can also just outright buy the points here, so you could buy the equivalent of like what, almost 3 Sacred Shards here. Yeah, a little more than 3 Sacred Shards for $20. You just don't get the benefit of actually opening a Sacred and potentially getting a good pull, right? So that's another option for you. But yeah, it's going to be 76,500 for the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, it's just going to be 10,000 less than that. But it's only 2 less Sacreds. So it's 15 Sacreds on the right-hand side here to get the perfect soul for Crocad, the Throat Ripper. So that is something, but you got to remember, and we've talked about it a bunch, a 5 red makes so much change in a character and really takes them to that next level. So if we look here like on Tholen and we go to the Blessing here, you can see all of the stats I'm getting because I'm at 5 red here, right? Like, this is so much. I'm getting an extra 8,500 health, 750 attack, 600 defense, 38% crit damage, 75% resistance, and 75% plus accuracy. Not percent resistance, it's flat for those. I always say that. I've been saying that a lot lately, but these bonuses are nothing to sneeze at, right? And this would be added to your Crocad Throat Ripper. So the 5 red does a lot, and it is very hard to come by to get those because obviously there's a lot of characters in the game, so it's hard to get the one you really want. This is going to be your best bet. If I were you guys and you did not have Packmaster Shayak, I would definitely get him because he is a good character, turns into a really good character, not great, but really good character with Crocad Throat Ripper. Now, Crocad turns from a pretty good character to a really great character once you get the companion champion with him, really helpful in Hydra. If you do have Packmaster Shayak, honestly, I probably recommend going for this. It is very expensive. It's 15 Sacreds if you just use the Sacreds, or you can obviously use Primals and pretty much divide that number by 3. You could use Void Shards and divide that number by like 6.5, 6-ish. No, probably be about 6. And you could use Void Shards, or multiply that number by 6, sorry. So you multiply that number by 6, so it would probably be, what's 17 times 6? Math is difficult. Whatever that number is, 17 times 6. And then again here, it would be probably 17 times 12 here, which would be what, 204? It's amazing how I could do that one in my head, but I can't do the other one, right? Crazy how that works. So if you have a lot of shards and you are willing to do it, this is not a terrible way to do it because this is going to be your best chance at getting a guaranteed 5 perfect soul for a very good champion. And it's not tied to like you have to get first place on the leaderboard or anything like that, like the current tournament that's running. I think there's a champion chaining tournament that's coming soon for Ramantu Blood Drake, or Drake's Blood. And that's going to be tournament based. So that's going to be you have to get first place. So I think this is probably one of the best ways to do it. It is not cheap, and understandably so. You're guaranteeing a specific legendary, or you're guaranteeing a 5 red on a very good character. So spend wisely, do whatever makes you feel the most comfortable, but that is my recommendation when it comes to the Orcs path. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys are feeling on this and what your plan going forward on this is going to be, because I am genuinely curious. But until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, Raiders.